Okay guys, we're back with the alternator issue. So I haven't been getting any charge from the alternator, and I think I've figured out why. Real quick backstory. So you've got power battery. This is connected to your starter solenoid battery connection. You've got a ground over here, plus it's grounded on the brackets and everything. Then you've got a power source, which is this wire. This should have constant 12 volt, but mine doesn't. And then you've got this wire, which in this clip is white, but originally it's brown. And the red one in the clip is a black with a red, black with a white stripe. So what's been happening is this red wire, which is supposed to have power, doesn't have power. I just peeled back the harness here a little bit and found out where the wire is. That black wire with the white stripes coming out down here, and then it runs, it's connected. I guess there was a little repair done at one point, and then it's connected to this super sketchy looking orange wire, which looks like it's probably internally damaged, and that connects to the horn relay right there. Now that's supposed to have power. That's supposed to be providing constant power, but I don't think it is. So I'm gonna check a few things here. And there's a couple fixes I can do. One is I can take this red wire, and instead of trying to run it through here over to here, I can just run it right down to the battery post, because it just needs 12 volt power, right? So I can do that. Since it's already connected and sort of wrapped in here, I might just go ahead and see if I can fix the power issue over here. I mean, this all looks like it needs to be replaced anyway. Maybe I can put a new end on the wire, and I can just get rid of that orange section, you know, and just put this right on there if it'll reach. But I'll look at it, and first I want to check to see where the power is getting blocked, but that should fix the alternator charging issue. Okay, so here was the culprit. This orange wire was just super crappy. Nothing going through here. I just tested continuity, nothing. So that's where the breakdown was. I've just decided I'm gonna connect the red to the battery terminal, and I chopped off the black wire. I'm gonna cap that off, or put a little shrink wrap on it. That's not shrink wrap. Put a little shrink wrap on it, and then I'll do the same on the other side. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to clean this connection up. We'll put this back on there, but that's it. Whatever that is, I guess that's okay. That's the horn probably. And then I'm going to put this connector on here like that, and we'll hook it up down there, and hopefully that'll result in a charging alternator. Okay, here's what we've got. So we've got power coming from the starter solenoid here, and then we've got our constant 12 volt going in on the number 2 side. This is 1, 2, and then that's okay. The exciter wire here, which will have ignition power. We clean this up down here, tied off the black and white wire, retied this, put some heat protection on the temperature sending just for fun. And now we're gonna see if we get a voltage bump, which we should when we start the car. Right now, see if I can do this with one hand. We're getting, hang on. We're getting, this is hard. I'm trying to do like chopsticks over here. Hold on a second. Let's get that poked in there somewhere. There we go. Oop. Harder than it looks. All right, we've got 12.36, 12.37. I'm gonna start it up and we'll see where we end up. Yes, my friends. All right, we got 14.5 on the battery. So that means we're charging, so everything's good. Yeah, that fixed that problem. So the exciter wire is triggered from the ignition on, right? it triggered from here, but the other 12 volt, you need that other 12 volt, otherwise the alternator doesn't work. So the problem was in all the wiring that was coming off the horn relay, and there was that bad section of wire. That's all it was just some old wire. And even though I had replaced the engine bay wiring harness, it didn't include that little bit, I guess. So lesson learned. But this is all cleaned up now. It's all good. I put a little heat protection on the temperature sending unit just because I had some laying around, and it matches my car. So the next thing I'm going to do is hook up my gauge cluster again. I got to go get it, and we'll hook it up. We'll make sure the amp meter is working. That's the last thing, and then I'm going to run some copper tube from the oil pressure sending nipple connector, and then so when I do the final install, I'm going to get rid of this plastic and we'll put in some copper, go old school. Man, it's smooth, you guys. Oh my god, I'm so glad. That was just haunting me. It's running smooth too, probably because of this leaf. Anyway, we'll check back with you guys soon. I'll get the gauge cluster going and we'll do a final check on that, and we'll get the light switch. By the way, my headlights always pop up now because I don't have the vacuum system completely set up. I just set up enough so that every time I start the car, the headlights pop up, but they're not going to close because I have a bunch of loose I have a bunch of open vacuum wires there still, or tubes. Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.